What is up, everybody? Shauna D Man here, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are having yourselves a great weekend, depending on when you are listening to this episode of Nerd Talk. We are back with another brand new guest. We've been having new guests the past couple of weeks. This one is all the way from Germany, so I'm going to shift it over to our guest and let them introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about them.
Hello. I guess I just
No, you're good.
introduce myself very quick. Hello, everybody. I'm Yoso. I am currently living in Germany and started cosplaying in 2019. Um, yeah, at first I thought it's not gonna uh, be too serious, and over the years it became more and more of a somewhat passion of mine. And I think I lost track of how many cosplays I've already done, but I'm excited for every new cosplay I'm making.
Hey. All right. So you've been cosplaying since 2019. Um, what got you started?
Um, I think it was a convention. I went to a convention with my friend back then, and we were just yeah trying to get in that convention community. We've never been to a convention, but we always loved anime and gaming. So
Oh,
we just took notice that there was a convention close by. So we thought we'd just go there and get surprised. And yeah, on the convention, there were so many incredibly talented cosplayers, and I just got inspired and wanted to do cosplay myself.
okay. So what was it like for you starting out, like creating your cosplay? What was the first thing that you did?
At first, I started with buying cosplays because I had zero skill in sewing. I had zero skill in crafting. I basically had no skill at all. So it was more of I looked through different stores and, yeah, found my first cosplay, which was Star Guardian Lux from League of Legends. I was playing a lot of League of Legends back then. I'm still playing a lot of League of Legends, sadly. um, yeah, but I just love the character. She was such a bright, happy character, and I loved that for myself. Um, so I saw the cosplay; it was good quality, and I thought I'll just give it a go and order it. And to my satisfaction, it turned out, I think, really good for the first cosplay.
Oh, okay, okay. Um, what's been your favorite cosplay that you have done up to this point?
I think it's my most recent self-made cosplay, which is Ari from League of Legends. Just because there were so many new techniques going into this cosplay I haven't had before. I was always a little insecure about sewing stuff,
Mm,
so this time I took on the challenge to just work with a lot of new fabrics and continued practicing sewing, and I am very pleased with the outcome. And yeah, what always warms my heart is when people ask me where I got this, what store I got that from, and I say I made this myself. And it's just um it makes me very happy for people to think that I got it from a professional, um when I just made that with my own hands.
oh, it's awesome. So, obviously, conventions here in the U.S. and conventions where you live are probably different. So, tell us how conventions work where you live.
For me, there's two ways how conventions work. The standard way when I go to conventions is I just get a ticket to the convention. Um, Depending on if there are multiple days of convention, we book a hotel, go there and stuff, and check in, then get ready and cosplay, and then stand in line, check in, and walk over the convention. Most of the time, it's well planned, but there are also like convention times where you stand like over 2 to 3 hours in line to just get in.
Mhm.
Especially when you're in a big cosplay, that's some kind of a challenge in high heels, or if you have like multiple tails that are very heavy on your back, or
Oh
if you
my
have
goodness.
wings that are a little struggle. Yeah, it's better to get in as quick as you can, make some breaks, and then inside there are inside cons and there are outside cons. So, to me personally, I favor the outside cons because you can walk around there easier with bigger cosplays, and it's not the it's people are not pushing each other around, and it's
Mhm.
not as chaotic as the inside cons. But I also enjoy inside cons where it's just planned out well, where there's a lot of space for cosplayers to stand, to present themselves, to get in contact, to talk to people. And usually on each con there's also a cosplay contest, so that's what I also enjoy a lot.
Have you won one?
Not one. I have never made first place, but like
Uh,
multiple second and thirds.
oh,
And
okay, okay. At
right,
least you
right.
placed.
Yeah, I was happy. It's nice to have a little bit of a reward
Yeah,
for
there you
your
go.
cosplays, but standing on stage is like a different level of nervousness. Like it's crazy where you're up there and all lights are in your face and you just don't know what to do. And
Yeah.
I have the biggest respect for performance cosplayers that actually like make a huge performance on stage. I could never do that. I'm way too shy for that. But there are cosplay contests that are show and tell. So you just stand there, get asked questions, and then you answer the questions to your cosplay or tell a little bit about your cosplay. So I like these more personally.
Okay, okay. So it's like just basically like where you live, how many cons are usually going on per year, or do you like travel outside of your circle of where you live to visit the different cons in different areas?
So I try to focus on German and Dutch cons,
Okay.
but I think the furthest we have traveled so far is like 5 hours, 6 to 6 hours of driving, depending on traffic. And last year, so this year and last year, we planned about 10 to 11 conventions. But next year, we thought about going to less conventions to have more time to focus on actually creating cosplays,
Mm,
because the more you spend on conventions, which is also amazing, but the less time you have to work on your cosplays, which makes sense.
yeah. Yeah. Are there cons outside of like outside of Germany that you want to go to? I know people talk about what's it, MCM London is what I think that's
Mm.
what it's called, and obviously we have cons here in the US. I didn't know if there were any that you have heard about or have seen that you were interested in going to. So like, have you thought about planning for a international con trip?
Definitely. I It was always my dream to go to Dragon Con.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Okay.
I have spent some time in Atlanta, Georgia, and in Washington, D.C., and this area on the East Coast.
Yeah,
It's just
East Coast. Yep.
north, east, west. I'm very slow. I'm sorry, but I spent some time there, and people used to talk a lot about Dragon Con, so I always get so hyped for Dragon Con. And I'm also a huge D&D nerd, so I've been
Oh.
dreaming about meeting the voice actors of Critical Role. Never
Mm.
done that, but maybe in the future I'll have the chance to meet Dragon Con and maybe meet the cast of Critical Role.
I so okay. Have you played? I don't. Are you? No, you're a gamer, right? You're a pretty avid
Yes.
gamer.
Yeah.
Did you play Baldur's Gate 3?
I did.
Oh,
I
really?
did.
How did you like it?
I loved it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite games. So it's at some points it was different than the D&D, like the pen and paper D&D I
Mm,
knew, so I had to get used to different mechanics that
yep.
are different from the pen and paper game. But I love how close they kept it to the pen and paper game. Like
Yeah.
it's so close to actual D&D, and I love that they took the time and really made a game that is almost like D&D.
What's your what's your favorite whenever you play D&D, what's your favorite class that you like to play as?
Everything that casts. Like everything that's casting spells. Usually I take on like the wizard class or the sorcerer class. Right now I'm playing a wizard in one campaign and the sorcerer in the other one and the warlock in the third. I'm playing a lot of D&D.
What am I I've seen some of critical roles videos and things like that. I watch I don't know if you've heard of them, but I watch the Dungeon Dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Yep.
amazing.
Yes, they are amazing. You know, the other maybe like a month ago, I think, they just finished up their Drakenheim campaign, and
Awesome.
it was awesome. I came across them a little late. I think they were probably about 20 episodes in of their campaign when I first came across them. But I love I love the Dungeon Dudes. I learned a lot of D&D from them, and so I love their stuff. They're all great. Um, I've played Baldur's Gate 3 a little bit. I haven't beaten the game. Cause I mean, besides this channel, I do have a gaming channel, but my friends Scott and Kane, they're gonna be joining me, and we're actually gonna be doing like the multiplayer, and we'll be playing Baldur's Gate 3.
I've been
Uh,
talking about this so many times recently. I want to play this game so much with friends. Like you can actually have a campaign in Baldur's Gate with
yeah.
friends. That's so cool. I love that.
So we're very we kind of we technically already recorded like the first part of it. It was like almost 5 hours worth of playing, and it was relatively fun. We had a good time. They've
Did
beaten
you
the game.
fight? Did you fight over decisions or were you like super like on the same
We
page?
yeah, well, we didn't fight over decisions, but we had to like kind of restrain our friend Kane because we were in the Emerald Grove, and I forgot her name, but like our friend Kane was playing Karlak, and he wanted to fight so bad, and we had to be like, stop, don't do it. We're not ready for doing this, and so we had to kind of like restrain him a little bit. Um,
Barbarian things.
yeah, very much so. And so it hasn't gotten too crazy just yet. Now they have beaten the game, so they kind of well, it's been a while, but they have beaten the game, and so a lot of it's going to be new for me because I've played up until about the end of Act One, so at least about 30ish hours in. So I'm sure there's going to be like plenty of crazy stuff coming where it can be like, oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? So, but we're very excited for that. And then I I like wizards because I'm playing Gale. Uh, and so I like wizards. I like sorcerers. I need to try to get a little bit into warlocks, but wizards have always been like my favorite thing to play in D&D.
Yeah, and especially in Baldur's Gate, you have like so many possibilities you can creative with your wizard. Like
Yeah,
you can basically do anything with spells, which I also
yeah,
love. Like the creators, how are you making a game of D&D where usually D&D is like all about creativity. You can think about the wildest stuff and you can do the wildest stuff in Baldur's Gate too.
yeah. I remember when that game came out, a lot of people were talking about like how they're talking about like the good things about the game, and then you had people talking about like, yeah, you can have sex with a bear, and I was like, what? What is?
You sure can.
Yeah, and so I was like,
No
okay,
spoilers.
yeah, yeah, and so I was because one of the things was when we were like doing the picking our characters and stuff like that, I had to be like, I had to say, guys, make sure there's no nudity because I can't have that on here. So um, yeah, it deserved Game of the Year when it came out a few years ago. So it definitely was really good. And voice actress of Shadowheart, she was in Claire Obscur, and that
Yeah,
won Game of the Year. So
she's Mel.
yeah, it's on my to do list to play that game, but I have seen gameplay of it, and it looks great. And did you watch the Game Awards?
I did declare obscure awards.
Oh, hey, there you go, there you go. A lot of people are hating, but they can hate all they
I
want.
always say the people who hate it haven't played it yet.
It's true. That is true. And like, it's so funny because like I was on Twitter, like kind of like after the awards that wrapped up and everything, and there is so many people like who clearly show they have not played the game, and then some of them are probably bot accounts, so I don't take them as serious. But there were a few real ones that were like, this game, there's no way this game beat this game and all this stuff, and so, and then those posts like screenshots of them downloading the game. They were like, all right, let me check this out, and then maybe like a day or so later, they come back and like, yeah, this was game of the year. So
Yeah,
I can
and
see
I
why.
think there's a huge difference between this game is not good and I don't like this game personally, because it's
Yeah,
always a preference topic whether you like a game or not. So why would you say the I don't like the game? Like, why would you say the game is trash
yeah,
rather than saying it's not my cup of tea? I don't like it.
yeah.
Like, I don't like it personally, but if you like it, good for you. And the same it's with cosplay. Like, if you don't like a cosplay, then there's no reason in insulting the cosplayer or insulting the character or insulting like the cosplay itself. If it's not your cup of tea, you can say maybe no, it's not my cup of tea. I'm not into those types of cosplays, but there's no reason to say it's not good. And that's the thing about social media that bothers me the most right
Mm,
now, because there are so many people who aren't cosplaying themselves but judging on cosplay. And
yeah,
cosplay is not about um, whether your cosplay is perfect or not. It's about becoming a character that you love, that you like, that you want to be, and just having fun with friends and maybe friends you haven't met yet.
yeah, yeah. Was there a game that you saw at the Game Awards that you're excited to play?
I haven't played Clay Obscure yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't. I have seen it. I've seen friends play it and always
Mm,
looked into it like from the side and yeah, saw that that's very pretty. I like the graphic style of it. I like the fighting style. People told me that you can parry attacks, which
mm.
is usually not the case in games I play. Like, when the enemy attacks, the
Oh yeah.
enemy just attacks and you can do nothing about it. So I'm very excited to actually play it myself rather than watching people play it.
I know we were because we streamed it on the gaming channel, and so me and my friend Tiny were just like just watching and everything. She there was a few games she was excited for. There were a few games I'm excited for. There was Warlock that was not showcased, but kind of did like a game, or they did like a trailer reveal of it. It's like a D&D, another D&D type of game, so I'm very excited for that. Obviously Resident Evil 9, Tomb Raider, and then we both were just like we both were like very interested in this one game. It was called Coven of the Chicken Foot. And
Coven of the Chicken Foot?
yeah, it was like such an interesting game.
Is it like a
And
cozy game or a jump and
no,
run? What
here
is it?
let me see if I can. So I can grab it real quick because it was such an
With
interesting game. Let's see.
with Resident Evil, I have mixed feelings because I'm not sure
Really?
if they can do like if they can make a game that is even better than Resident Evil Village, because Village was like crazy good.
Okay.
So I just hope in 9 that they can make a game even better than Village. but Village was already 10 out of 10. So I'm not sure if they can make it a 12 out of 10.
Are you a big Leon Kennedy fan?
I am not.
Really? Oh, thank
Like,
God.
he's, I mean, maybe it's because he's so, I don't know, he's so manly. And he's so, I'm the man you see on TV, and I'm the man everyone likes. And I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea.
That's fair. That's fair. So I have not really played a lot of the Resident Evil games. A couple of years, maybe this was probably during 2020. I played. They did like a remaster for the PlayStation 4 of Resident Evil. I played
Mm,
that, and then earlier this year I played Resident Evil 2 for the first time,
okay.
and that game was wild. I was just like, oh my gosh, what is happening here? This is just chaotic. But I'm very interested in it, and so all right, let me see here. So this was at the Game Awards. This was the trailer for Coven of the Chicken Foot.
It's a nicely drawn.
Oh yeah, the art style and everything it looks amazing. Which is kind of like why it kind of piqued my interest.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I think this is a new studio, a gaming studio. So
Come on.
She has chicken feet. Now I see where the name comes from.
yep. So yeah, it looks just cool. I think it comes out next year.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I mean you can wishlist it now, but I don't know if it.
I have
Yep.
so many questions, and yet I'm so excited.
So yeah, we were talking about that. So we're like, oh, this looks like quite an interesting game. So um,
It sure does.
the uh yeah, because it was fun. Like obviously Claire Obscure won like a lot of the awards. I don't know if it needed to be 3 hours long, but it is what it is. So, but
And
yeah.
I'm also loving all the memes people do on Instagram and TikTok, taking like clips from the Grammys or the Oscars or the m- like Miss USA or Miss Universe,
Mm.
and then taking all of the and the winner is, and it's like, and Miss Universe 2025 it's gonna be, and then they just put in the background clear obscure expedition 33. I just love them.
Yeah,
People get so creative.
yeah, because it like the game came out in April, and really people have not really stopped talking about it since then, leading up into like the Game Awards. Now, if Grand Theft Auto 6 had came out like it was supposed, like originally like it was supposed to, I could probably see it beating Expedition 33, but I mean there was a lot of good games that came out this year, but none that were on the level of Expedition 33.
Yeah, you could really feel the passion in everything. You could feel the passion in the graphics. You can feel the passion in the story and the music, the soundtrack. Like everything was so well thought through. Everything just worked so well together, and you could definitely tell like there were a bunch of people putting pouring all their heart in this game. Like, and that's what we got.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned you play a lot of like League of Legends.
A
Uh,
lot.
are
Too
you?
much. I think every League of Legends player is saying that they should delete the game and never touch it again. And yet we're all addicted and play it again and over again.
Were you a big Arcane fan?
I was not.
Oh,
I
interesting.
was not. But I usually like avoid hypes just
Hmm.
to make sure I am not convincing myself of the hype, but
Hmm.
of the show itself. So when it came out, I tried to avoid everything dealing with. I think about half a year later, I watched it for the
Hmm.
first time. It's an amazing show. I gotta say, the show is great, the graphics great, the voice actors are great, the characters are great. God, Echo is great. Everything is great. Yeah, it's a very great series. I love it. But it's not like League. I hope people watching Arcane don't start playing League. Like to
Hmm.
everyone who's listening right now, if you love Arcane, don't play League. It's not good for you.
You're right. You're gonna be addicted to it.
You can't be addicted to it. And maybe you're gonna take all of your money and put it into skins because they're
Oh
all
my
so
gosh.
pretty and they're all so sparkly and you're gonna love that. And then, yeah, you live the rest of the month of noodles and ketchup.
Oh no. That sounds like a it's like you had some experience with was doing that.
If you have a lot of self control, League might be okay for you. But if you have self control, don't start playing League.
um so I believe you mentioned that you like anime as well. So tell us about some of the anime that you're into.
I loved anime. It started when I was a kid, like when all like of Inuyasha and Sailor Moon
Yep. There we
came in
go.
free TV. So I have cosplayed Kikyo from Inuyasha and I have cosplayed Sailor Mars because those are two characters that are incredibly strong and I love strong characters. I think when I cosplay them, I feel so powerful and I feel so self confident and like I I just feel like a whole different person and I feel like I can do anything and I love those traits about those characters. I have cosplayed Violet Evergarden from the Netflix series Violet Evergarden because this character evolved so much during the show. Like I love characters that have strength or
Mm.
depth to it.
Yeah, like Inuyasha is my favorite. One of my favorite shows when I was growing up, especially like I don't know if it ever happened to you, but a lot of people can relate where it's like you fall asleep with your TV on, and then just out of nowhere, 3 o'clock in the morning, the end credits of Inuyasha's rolling, and it's just it sounds a lot louder than it should, and because I recently just rewatched the entire series. Now I kind of like I think it's 7 seasons. The voice acting changes for some of the characters during the last season. I was just kind of like, not really liking those, but it's whatever. Like I think Kagome's voice actor changed, Shishomaru's changed. Oh, I think it may have just been those two, but I think somebody else says a few other people have changed too. But And then I remember watching. They did like a spinoff series. I don't know if you knew about that.
I did not.
Yeah, it's how do you say it? Yashime. It basically like follows Kagome and Yasha's daughter and Shishomaru's
Oh,
daughters.
that's
Uh,
cute.
let me see if I can. It's pretty good. I liked it. I think they've only done 2 seasons though.
I think it's kind of funny when you rewatch something you have watched as a kid or as a teenager, and you thought like, "Oh, this character is so mean," and when you rewatch it as an adult, you're like, "Yeah, Kikyo has every right to be really pissed at Inuyasha. Like, what?
Let me
He has
see.
done a lot to make her mad." So as an adult, you're like, "Yeah, she's totally acting like she should be," but as a kid, I was like, "Oh my god, she's such a, you know,
So this is like
she's so mean."
so yeah,
It's so
so this
cute.
Moro has life. We've
so
watched
like this is their daughter right here on
Yeah.
Inuyasha's back.
it unfold on the lake's surface.
This is Shishomaru. Well, this is Shishomaru and Rin's kids. So that's
Cute.
Toa and Setsuna. So yeah,
Inuyasha, look!
I see it.
it was a very good. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was a very fun series. But I don't think they're doing like another one. I mean, I could be wrong. Another one like season 3 could come out, but like as of right now, I haven't seen anything about it. But yeah, Inuyasha loved it. Sailor Moon, I was trying to remember. I was not. I didn't know anything about Sailor Moon until my cousin. She had two Sailor Moon movies. I don't remember their names, but I remember one of them. They were fighting some flower monster or like on some flower asteroid. And then another one was like they were fighting some kind of ice monster or something. I don't remember the names, but Sailor Mars was like my favorite. I think
On
because as a
fire. That
exactly.
woman is on fire.
I think it was because as a kid, Inuyasha was also going on at the same time, and so Sailor Mars reminded me of Kagome. I was like, oh man, these guys kind of look similar, and obviously older now. I'm like, oh, they don't look the same or anything. But like as a kid, I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then I got into the series. But yeah, Sailor Mars has always been my favorite. Um, and then Yu Yu Hakusho, love that series. Um, Zoids, love that. Cowboy Bebop, wasn't really like a huge fan of, but I enjoyed most of the episodes. I'm not all that into like there's just so much anime out there now. It's just like hard to like really consume all that unless you've been doing it for years. Like if I started now, I'm like I don't know if I could consume all this. Like One Piece. I was watching One Piece when it first aired, like on Toonami and stuff like that. But now it's like what episode 1,000 plus. I'm just like I'm not spending my time doing all that. So
But that's so comfy. Like, I have the feeling a lot of popular animes are dubbed into English or German. So it's very nice to watch animes while cosplaying because it's a nice thing to do on the side. For example, when you have like a giant ruffle skirt where you already know you're going to spend hours and hours on that skirt, to just have. To just have a show on the side to watch to make it less, yeah, less of the same thing over and over again.
right, right. I mean, what other animes that I used to? Yeah, I was telling this to because I had a guest on the other day, and she was asking me if we had like a because I guess some high schools had anime clubs or something like that, and I was
Oh,
telling
we
her we had like
haven't. I wish we
uh
had.
yeah, I was we didn't have anything like that, but we did. I was telling her our local library they had I think it was every Monday. I think it was every Monday. Um, they had a teen location, so like some of the teenagers from high school or middle school or whatever, they would hang out, and some were playing Yu-Gi-Oh, some were just reading manga, just stuff like that. So I guess we kind of had something like that, but it wasn't like a full blown, you know, anime club or anything like that. Because back when I was growing up, anime wasn't as popular as it is now. And so obviously if you were liking that stuff, obviously you were a nerd and that kind of stuff. And so but now
Yeah,
it's
you get
more
bullied quite hard.
yeah. Yeah, and so now obviously it's a lot more widely accepted. But like back then, you liked anime or something like that, you were kind of like an outcast or something like that. So
Cosplayers were always like the weirdos. Like cosplaying was a whole different level. If you watched anime, it was like, yeah, she watches anime. Like it's this childish stuff. Like grow up. But cosplay was like a whole different level.
I
Like
I
why
mean
are you
I used to
dressing up?
think cosplayers were weird.
Aren't you like too old to dress up? Like no, I'm not. Like there are cosplayers out there that are like 70, 75, and I love those. Like real talk here. I love seeing elderly people cosplay, like especially their characters that young people cannot cosplay. Like in general, you can cosplay whatever you want, but
Mm.
certain cosplays look so good on elderly people, especially like the old wizard with a gray beard. And if there's like an elderly dude with a real gray beard cosplaying Gandalf, like I'm losing it. This is so cool.
That was like because the first time I went to Dragon Con, that was like something I had noticed was like people were in there maybe like 50s, 60s. They were there and they were cosplaying. Now it wasn't like as elaborate, but they were definitely cosplaying. And I was just like, oh man, these people are still rocking it at this age. I respect that.
It's so amazing.
And so
I hope that's gonna be me when I'm older. I hope I'm not losing the spark because it's hard to see when I see like friends from 5 years ago now, like um just saying I can understand that. I can understand when people saying, well, I don't have that much of a time anymore, or
mm,
I don't have the finances because cosplay is a very expensive
yeah.
hobby. But if they just decide I
Oh, she froze.
don't want to do it
um, but yeah, so all right. Let us dive into your cosplays and let me see. Let me pick one out. So we got. All right, here we go. Yeah. Is this right? Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. First one. Tell us about.
Kikiao.
Oh, it's in German. That's fine. Wait, no, wait. That's fine. Go ahead.
Well, that's Kikyo from Inuyasha. And yeah, it was a very fast idea actually. I was originally planning on cosplaying Sailor Mars.
Mhm.
So as I was on the sewing machine cosplaying Sailor Mars, I noticed that Kikyo has the exact same hairstyle. Like she has her hair in a ponytail and Sailor
Mhm.
Mars hair is open, but in general, the overall look of the hair is very similar. So I thought, well, if I'm doing the Sailor Mars wig, I could also do Kikyo and make this very cute. I think it's called Hakama, that she's wearing the outfit. And yeah, I really love wearing it because it's so comfortable. Like I can definitely see why people in Japan were wearing that.
Mm, I like it. Let's see, we find it. Yeah, speaking of Sailor Mars, I love it.
I love it. It's actually I put this picture in the calendar for 2026 as well. I love the picture. I made the cosplay myself. It was harder than I thought. It was a struggle because I thought making a unitard and a skirt should be pretty easy to sew, but especially on the arms, like these sausage
Mm.
thingies on the
Oh,
arms
yeah.
and on the gloves are really hard to make. I underestimated the difficulty of the sausage thingies, as I call them. But yeah,
So is this like one of the cosplays that you do that most people recognize you from, or is there like a different one that most people like they'll see you like, oh, that's so and so because of the cosplay that you're wearing?
I think my signature cosplay is Nico, which is the chameleon with
Oh,
the lizard tail.
let's see. Okay.
And that was, I think it was the first cosplay where I got all the techniques in one. Like I I worked a lot of worked a lot with foam, like especially on the tail and on the headpiece accessories. And I worked with different types of colors. Like I used a lot of iridescent colors. So when there's just a little bit of light, especially at conventions, like the whole cosplay is starting to glow.
Oh,
Like I love that about it. I did airbrushing for the first time on the top
okay.
and Sue was sewing the first time with leather, and it was just a whole bunch of new techniques I tried out, and yeah, I've worn it multiple times, but now I have outgrown it.
Oh.
Because sadly, when you make a cosplay when you're like in your early 20s,
Mm.
and then progress and get older, like your body changes, and then you don't fit into cosplays anymore. So that led to me selling it about half a year ago, but also to a very lovely cosplayer. So the cosplay lives on. She has already worn it at a con where I met her, and she looked incredible.
How long did it take you to put this together?
I think about 1.5 years.
Really?
Yes. But I'm taking a lot of breaks. Like, I'm not
Uh,
rushing things.
oh, okay. Okay.
I had the feeling over the years I've been learning that if you rush things, they usually turn out not so great.
That's fair. That
Like
is fair.
you make more little mistakes, and I'm very perfectionistic about my cosplay. So yeah, even small things that are not quite perfect, I point out. It's like very silly. Like when people compliment on a cosplay, I'm like,
Oh.
thank you, but not again. And here's like some color that is
Mhm.
not not quite the right color, and I just pointed out. Like it's super silly.
All right. See what we got. All right.
Yeah, that's Ari from League of Legends. And that's the cosplay I've been telling you about, with a lot of sewing accessories. And
Mm.
it was a lot of top stitching. Most of the time I spent on top stitching, which is like when you have a fabric on another fabric. You can see that in the arms.
Mhm.
Um, where there's leather on fabric, I top stitch on the edges of the leather. So all of those little swirly thingies are double-sided top stitch. So
Oh,
this took a
okay.
while.
Oh my gosh. How long did it take you to do this one?
1.5 years.
Okay. Okay.
But I put this one to the side about, I would say, 5 to 6 months because it frustrated me so much. Because there were also like new techniques I had to figure out, and the arm spikes are floating, and I didn't know
Hmm.
how to make them float. So I was a little bit discouraged about making it. So I just put it to the side, and I can only recommend doing it because nothing's worse than forcing yourself to make a cosplay, because when you wear it, you will remember the times where you forced to make it and where you
Hmm.
were unhappy and crying while you're making it. It happened, but I'm not doing it again. No more
All right.
crying and cosplaying.
There you go.
Ah, Saraka. She's also from League of Legends.
Okay.
And she's a healer. I think you can definitely see that in the
Hmm.
overall appearance. And I was driving about 4.5 hours to Berlin for the shooting.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
I can only point out how amazing this photographer is in general, how amazing every photographer is I work with, because those are so talented people and they make the pictures look so stunning.
Is this
And
him?
yes. This is AZ Production Cause, and I love working with him because, especially during shootings, the atmosphere is very chill. Like, we trust each other, we know how the other person works, like, we
Hmm.
communicate very well. And if the shooting atmosphere is great, you can be sure the pictures will turn out great as well because you're just feeling it. It's like awesome teamwork between photographers and cosplayers. There's also scary photographer stories, but gladly I don't have as much
Oh,
as many
I
of
have
them.
seen a lot more talks of like photographers and stuff like that past couple of weeks and stuff like that. So it's a matter
Yeah.
of fact, the previous guest I had on, she had one like a pretty bad photographer and things like that. It's like, oh man,
Oh
that's
no.
crazy how often that happens.
You can only recommend to listen to your guts. Like
Mm,
when your guts tell yourself, well, this situation feels uncomfortable, it most of the time something is off. Like
mm,
there is a reason why your guts say something feels not right. Like I'm feeling uncomfortable, and you feel uncomfortable. Don't do it. And if photographers tell you to sit a certain way and you're uncomfortable to sit like that, don't sit like that.
right.
Like it's totally fine to say no, and it's totally fine to cut off. Like even though sometimes it's good to cut off people,
Hmm.
photographers, even cosplayers. There are no good for you. Like there is some jealousy in the community of cosplay and photography. There is some misunderstandings, there are different opinions about certain things, and if you feel like there is a person that don't understand your values and your needs, then it's probably not a person you should be working with.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That is true.
But this also comes with age.
Yeah.
Like when I look back when I was younger, I would have done anything for good pictures. Like anything. And I'm very lucky that no photographer or cosplayer took advantage of that back then. But be aware.
Yep.
There are people that will.
Yep. That is true. That is true. So you're a big Frozen fan?
I love Frozen.
Mm,
Like I love Anna, I love Elsa. I've been cosplaying them both. Um Yeah. This was at Elfia. This is a Dutch con, and Elfia is very special of a con because it combines cosplay, medieval stuff, like it's a little bit of everything, but in a context of princesses, elves, a magical world,
mm,
soldiers, swordsmen, and I have the feeling the Dutch community is even more open than the German community. Like, I've never seen so many people run around with a big smile on their face. That's the magical thing about the Elfia. And Elfia is a con where we will go each year ever again until they stop making Elfia, because it's a wonderful experience, and
mm.
if you live close by in the area, you should definitely check it out.
Ooh, let's see. All right.
This is Battle Academia Lux from League of
Like,
Legends.
I was thinking that too. I was like, is this
It's
another
like
one?
it's like you don't realize how many League of Legends cosplays you have made until people show you. No, this is Lux. I've been telling you about. She's the one with the very sparkly and happy
Mhm.
personality, and she's a special character to me because in her lore, she has magical powers, but her powers aren't welcome in the area where she lives.
Mhm.
So people force her to hide her magic, or she decides to hide her magic, and at some point she just embraces it completely. And I love that story. So I think in real life you're expected to hide your shine in some cases as well, and i'm I'm just very happy she sets an example to just let your shine out and
Yep.
just be yourself.
Let's see. All right. Here we go. Here's one.
That's Blair from my favorite anime, Soul Eater. Um, I've been watching it when I was, I think, about 12 or 13 years old.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, and Blair was like the sassy witch. Like no one could tell her anything. And she was like so confident. And she's a cat. Like who doesn't like cats?
Mm.
She's a magical cat.
Okay. All right.
So
That's fair. That's fair.
that's also a plus. And she had those swirly hair thingies, which back in the day were like a huge um mystery to me. Like she had those floating hair swirlies, and I had no idea how to make them. So I made a foam based with wire
Mhm.
inside, and then I just put the hair around the foam. But it was so messy. I used like three, I think three hairspray bottles and a lot of sealing spray from the hardware store.
Okay. Let's see. Is this a?
That's also Blair
I do
with
like the
cat
cat
ears
ears.
because she's a magical cat. It's
You know
it's
what?
very funny. In the anime, they hunt down witches, like they hunt down, yeah, demons and evil creatures to collect souls. And when they have 99 souls, the goal is to kill a witch. And in the first two episodes, I think, they managed to find a witch, which is Blair.
Oh.
And yeah, think they made it when they killed her, but then found out that she's actually not a witch, but a magical cat. So they have to start over from zero
Oh my
because they
gosh.
haven't managed to complete the task by eliminating a witch. And of course, she's not dead because she's a magical cat. And as we know, cats have 9 lives.
Oh yeah. So like so they have to get 99 souls and then so basically 100 but 99 regular souls and then the last one has to be a witch. But if they fail, they have to start over.
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
And they thought they did it by eliminating Blair, but Blair was just a magical cat.
That's crazy. I'll be
It's a very funny anime. I like it.
I'd be very upset. All right.
This is a own character. Um, I call it the Red Kitsune, and it's basically a yukata, which is like a traditional Japanese, yeah, sort of dress,
Mhm.
um, with some fox ears and a foxtail and some Japanese inspired accessories.
That's good. Looks really, really good. All right, let's see. All right, what is
This is Morgana from
League of
League of
Legends? Okay,
Legends.
okay, okay.
She is a witch, um, or a fallen angel. Um, and she in the game, she if she roots you, like if she catches you with a dark sphere, you can't move for what feels like infinity. And this leads to many funny memes and reels about Morgana stun, that you can cook noodles while you're stunned and run a marathon and do all of that stuff that takes very long
Oh
while
my
you
goodness.
are stunned by Morgana. Yeah, this is also in Berlin. Like I drive a lot to Berlin. Berlin has some crazy good photographers, and yeah, the wings were a little bit of a challenge, but
Who's the most
anything.
Who's the most frustrating character to deal with in League of Legends?
I think Timo.
Okay.
League of Legends players will now be like, yes, I think 99% will be like, yeah, we need to delete Timo, and there's this 1% of Timo players who will disagree on that. But there are some other characters like Yasuo or Shaco
Mhm.
very welcome to be seen in your team or in the enemy team.
All right.
This is Violet from Violet Evergarden, and I've been crying, I think, every single episode in this anime. Like every
Oh.
episode, I my eyes were tearing up. I was crying. I was sobbing. Everything. This anime is just a masterpiece. Like visually, it's a masterpiece. The story is a masterpiece. The emotions, everything of it. And this was in an old train site. Is a train site? I'm not sure about the English word. Where the trains are located.
Oh, okay. So that's cool. That is cool. Wait, hold on. Oh, there we go.
Bunch of
Okay.
trains rest to train. Hey, we're back! Yay!
Let's see what else we got. I take it you are a huge Winx fan as well.
I love wings. It's also a childhood memory.
Oh, okay. Uh, hmm.
Magical powers, and they were fighting the evil guys, and it was what I needed as a kid.
um, I don't know if you remembered it, but there was a show. It was called Witch.
I do.
It was a good. I remember watching that. It was a good show. Good show.
It was.
I think it was like a book series too.
I just watched the show. I
Yeah,
like
I did
this
too.
red-haired girl called Will.
Yeah, it was
She's
Will,
great. Cornelia,
Cornelia, Irma,
Irma.
Haylin.
Was it just four?
No, there was Will, Irma, Cornelia, Haylin, Tur- Turani.
Tehran?
I think. I think that was the name.
Can't
That may,
remember.
I can't remember the last one. For some
I
reason,
only remember like Will and Cornelia
yeah.
because they were like my two favorites.
That was such a good show. I always enjoyed watching it.
The intros, like I'm such an intro enjoyer. Like every single anime, I'm like dancing to the intro.
Okay. What are you doing in a tree?
That was actually quite dangerous. Like, don't do
Oh.
that. It was really high up. We put like a ladder
Mhm.
underneath the tree so I could climb up, and I was climbing up with rain boots. So just imagine this picture and this person there with rain boots on. So then they took the rain boots away from me, and the branch was not very nice to sit on. And then they handed me this bow and arrow and be like, and now look like it's just another beautiful day and you're not scared. And I was so scared.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it
Oh, that's crazy.
was so
It's a good picture though. You did get something good out of it. So
we could shoot.
let's see. Find another one. Oh, what's this one?
This was a makeup test back then when the Spirit Blossom Ari skin came out, like from League of Legends. And it's her ultimate form, and in the ultimate form she has a geisha expression, like a geisha theme to her outfit and her makeup. And I just loved the makeup so much that I just took a bunch of makeup and threw it in my face. And I liked it so much that it would be sad to not have posted it. So I just put some edit ears over it and uploaded it.
Let's see. All right, what we got with this?
This is Pajama Guardian Lux, which is also from League of Legends.
Yep. A lot of League of Legends, but I'm okay with that.
And I'd say it's the most comfy cosplay I have ever worn.
It looks comfy.
It's super comfy. I've been sleeping in it at cons.
Okay.
Some friends had a table at cons where they were selling like prints and selling different types of small merch packages, and they had a big blanket over their table. So I just asked them, I was so tired, I asked them, could I please sleep under your table? And gladly they said yes. So I took the pillow and laid down underneath that table and slept at a convention.
Oh, it does look comfy. I'm not gonna lie.
It's very comfy.
And then, all right, what we got right here?
This is DJ Sona from League of Legends.
Okay.
Oh man, she's also a healer. And in her kit, she has ability cooldowns of just a few seconds. So there's also some funny memes of people smacking their head on the keyboard because you have to press the keys so fast in order to just get your abilities out very fast and make most use of it. This is a Poro, which is a small fuzzy fluff ball from League of Legends that you can meet in random maps. For example, ARAM, where you gather a bunch of people and just get a random champion. Like, you can't pick your champion, but it's just totally random. And then you go on just one map where you can't go anywhere, just in a straight line. And then your goal is to reach the end of the line. It sounds so silly when you explain it.
But in the moment, it's completely different.
In the moment, it's completely different. Don't download the game unless you have a lot of self-discipline. It sounds great when people tell you about it, but think well.
Let's see. Uh, see what else we got. Okay. All right. So last one here.
That is Winter Wonder Soraka from League of
League of
Legends.
Legends.
League of Legends. And I am redoing her right now. Like, as you see, this is from September 2019.
19.
So, right when I started, and
Oh.
I do have her prop right now on the table. So I can grab it real quick. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
far. Woo! I
Oh,
I
well.
just lost half of it. So that happens also when you're cosplay. But yeah, just imagine this is a circle
Oh, okay.
and it combines in the top. This happens when you do 3D print stuff.
Yep.
But back then I didn't had a prop yet. And I wasn't really into wig styling, as you might see. And
Mm,
makeup wise, I was still trying out things. And this were the this was the starting point. But to me, it doesn't really matter if it's perfect or not,
mm,
because you over the course of many years practice, you get more and more skills, which leads to the point where I'm now, where I just take it out of the closet again and think, oh, I want to redo it, I want to change some parts, I want to adjust a bit, I want to wig style a bit more, I have new techniques and new skills that I can try out to just compare the before and after and see how much
mm.
I have improved.
I like them.
Because what's best in when you do cosplays yourself, you're always a little insecure about whether
Right.
things are turning out pretty or not, or if it's perfect, or are you satisfied with it? And then you start comparing yourself to others, which is it's somewhat good, so you can see how others do stuff and do stuff differently to learn from it. But you shouldn't put it in a negative way, like, oh, I'm not at the same skill as these cosplayers that have yourself. But it's way better to just look at yourself from the years past. Like when I look at cosplays from 2019 now, I think, wow, I really have improved over the years. Like I can totally see the improvement, and I'm pretty satisfied and happy with where I am now. And maybe in like 5 years from now, I will look at the pictures now and think, oh, that's so cute. Like I didn't know a lot of stuff I know now, and I would have done things differently now than back then. And
Mm,
it's, yeah.
crazy.
In Germany, we have a, what is it, a phrase, a quote that says, Der Weg ist das Ziel, which means the way, like the road, is the goal. Like
Oh.
it means you're enjoying the way you are right now, you're enjoying the path rather than just focusing on the goal and the finished cosplay. Like just have fun along the way.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you've basically got one life, so you definitely want to spend as much time living that life than anything else.
Yeah.
So, oh man, yeah, we're going to try to figure out and plan to get you to Dragon Con at some point, so you can experience that.
So,
Uh,
Dragon Con, if you hear this and you need a walking act, hit me up.
yeah, it's a 5 day con is a lot of people enjoy it. I don't know if I have the energy for that, but a lot of people enjoy it.
Oh,
Because like Atlanta is about um 2 hours from where I live. So usually, cause I didn't go last year, but I'm probably gonna go this year. Because I do have a few of the guests that I've had on. They go to Dragon Con too, so usually I go to see them and things like that. But they're also cool stuff. That's where I got uh this from,
a
was from Dragon
sword.
Con.
Looks so
It's
nice.
yeah, Aragon sword from Lord of the Rings, and so definitely one of my favorite things that I got. Probably shouldn't spend the money because at the time it was a little stretching with the funds, but I was like, you know what, I'm fine with it. We can eat noodles for the next couple of days. So
Yeah, that's an amazing mindset.
so um but all right, guys, that is where we are going to end this episode. Thanks so much for coming on. If you are watching on YouTube, I should have this up right here. But if you're listening on Spotify, you want to tell everybody where they can follow you?
You can follow me on yoso.cosplay on Instagram.
And then like on YouTube, I'll have links and all that kind of stuff down in the description as below as per usual. But yeah, definitely this was fun. Now we have to find something like a game thing, and I'm just like find a game for us to play together now.
Awesome. We should definitely stream together as well.
Yeah.
So
maybe League of Legends.
No. League of Legends, it's a dark place, and people get really mad and angry. Like they have different personalities
Oh my gosh.
when they're playing League of Legends than they are in real life.
Are you like that?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Like I scream more on League of Legends than I would do in traffic.
Mhm.
Like I'm more of a League of Legends rager than a road rager.
Okay. I definitely definitely gotta find let's try to take a look and see if I can find something. Yeah, we could definitely do that.
Yeah.
And then guys, obviously you can check out the gaming channel. A lot of fun gaming content over there. We are getting ready for not just this channel, not just the Nerd Talk channel, but also the gaming channel. So we are getting ready for 2026. A lot of new stuff coming. So hope you guys are excited for that. But guys, thank you again for hanging out. Thank you again for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, comment below, and Yoso will see you in the next one. You guys have a great one.